Sheikh Sa'id al-Kamili tells the story of a scholar from Al-Azhar who loved to pray in congregation. This man's entire world revolved around going to pray in the masjid and coming home. That was it. And then, one day he wanted to see some of the world, though, human nature. And so he jumps into a cab and he says, take me somewhere nice, but let it be close to the masjid. He still wants to make sure that he prays his prayers in the masjid. And so that cab driver takes a look. He sees that he's got this, elderly, beautifully dressed, scholarly figure. And he decides to take him somewhere wicked because he was a wicked man. And he took him to a brothel. And he drops him off and he says, that's the masjid. And our sheikh comes out and he's like, Jazakallah khair, thank you very much. And he finds a chair outside of the masjid and he sits right down outside of the brothel. And he's waiting for Salat al-Maghrib. And there's a lady who's waiting outside of the brothel and she's super confused why this scholar is sitting outside. And he's looking back at her and he's annoyed and he's like, where's this mueddin? What's going on? Why is he late? It's Maghrib time. And she doesn't know what to respond to him. And finally he says to her, you know what? It looks like it's just going to be me and you. I'm going to call the iqamah and you pray behind me, and that way we'll have a congregation. He loved the congregational prayer so much. She doesn't move. So he notices her hesitation and he says, my daughter, what's the matter with you? لَعَلَّكِ لَسْتِ طَاهِرَةً. Perhaps you're impure. And when he said that to her, whatever, that hardened heart that she had, it began to break apart. And she began to break apart. And she cried and wept to him. And she began to tell him her story. And when she did, he immediately told her, go and get your bags and leave with me. And he took her to a place where he put her in the company of righteous women. And he told her, never ever go back to that place. And she didn't. Until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala corrected her tawbah, blessed her tawbah, and later on, the Sheikh himself married her to a righteous man.